Hello everybody. So as per the last video, we went to Bear Canyon and found a bunch of nodules and crystals and different things. And so this video, we're gonna cut them and clean them up. Some we're gonna soak in iron out, some in muriatic acid. I'll show you what we're doing with what, and we'll see how they transform. I don't know if we'll find anything in the cuts as far as banded agates. I'm really hoping so, at least maybe one or two. We got a lot to cut. So we'll see. Don't know if we'll get anything. Let's find out. So here are a bunch of the ones we're gonna cut. A bunch of nodules. Curious what's in there. Like this one has some druzy on it. I'm gonna cut them open and hopefully there's some banding inside. And we will see. If not, that's okay. These ones here, I'm going to soak and iron out. Just kind of clean up this. It's got some of that dogtooth calcite in there. Calcite crystals. I just want to clean those up. Almost looks like you got some smoky quartz right there. And this one actually has some, if you get it wet, come on, focus. You can kind of see there's a band around that geode pocket. So I don't really want to destroy any of this with acid, harsh acid that is. Just want to kind of clean these up, see if we can get those crystals looking a little better. So that's what I'm going to do with these. Now, these ones I'm going to soak in muriatic acid, see if we can get all this junk cleaned off there, and see if there's some really nice druzy underneath, like in here. See if we can clean that up and show it a little better. So that's the gist of what I'm going to do. Gist? Gist. Is it gist or gist? Anywho, so that's what I'm going to do with those, and let's see how they turn out. I hope they turn out great. I know some of them probably aren't gonna because I'm playing around. On the cuts, I'm not going to do what I normally do and show it, cut it, show it, cut it. I'm probably just going to cut a bunch of them at once, and I'm still not going to look at them before I show you guys. Just so you know my initial reaction. But I'm going to cut a bunch at once and just set them aside, and then we'll show a bunch at once because there is a lot and it's going to take me a while. So anywho, let's get to it. Alrighty, I cut 14, but I'm only gonna show 12 because 2 of them blew apart, but wasn't nothing in them anyway, so that's all right. So let's start off. Let's see what was in this guy with the druzy. Not much. Looks kind of agate-y, but nothing for bands or anything. Kind of neat though. You never know. Oh gosh. Just looks like it's this crystal stuff just all throughout. This one, if I remember right, went really fast. So. Oh, geode. So many of them are, I think, from what I've seen. Okay, this one kind of busted there a little bit. Oh, there we go. There's some bands in that. A little bit. Oh, the one broke right here. A little bit of banding there. Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, shut up. Look at that. It's not real bright and defined, but it's like, I don't know, ghost man. That's cool. I like that. You got some reds in it. A rusty color. Looks like mostly crystal, quartz, whatever you want to call it. Yep. A little bit of stuff in there, but not much. Or the last one, but yeah, it's like that. Yeah, nothing. Quartz. It's hollow there. It might have a little bit of amethyst in it actually. It's slightly purple. It wants to have bands. It wants them so bad, they're just not quite there. Maybe I'll put it back together and put it in the ground and let it grow. If only that worked. All right, last one of this batch. And quartz. Alrighty. Well, that was those. We'll do one more batch of cutting and we'll be right back. Okay, we got some more. Now, a bunch of these blew apart. When you're cutting them, they're kind of fragile unless you get a real solid nodule. And apparently I got a bunch that aren't, so. But we got some to show you still too. Alright, this one kind of broke a little bit. Oh, what do we got there? This one's trying. Another little guy. Quartz bomb. A little bit bent. I got a couple of eyes in it right there, but mostly quartz again. That's kind of neat. Oh, yeah, that's actually kind of pretty. Not quite the banding like I'm looking for, but it's still pretty. I was going to cut this one, seeing this. I thought maybe that goes in. Oh, check it out. There's a little bit of banding. Okay, working here. There. Just a little spot. Blew up on me, but I can still show it. Maybe. It's in pieces. What is that? Is this for smokeyquartz? Maybe? Yeah. Yeah, more the same. Alrighty, well, gotta say, they are neat. But I didn't find one that had a lot of banding like I was hoping for. That's okay, that's part of it. But where's that one? Here it is. This is the one that has the most. But you know what that means, right? We're just gonna have to go back and find some more. Dang it. All right, so next, I want to try and polish a couple of these with my flat lap. We got this one. Has just a little bit of fortification banding in there. This is the first one I found in that video on the way up to the seam for Bear Canyon. I'm gonna, you know, I might end up destroying it. I'm gonna try and grind that down to where I can just get that little piece there and polish it. We'll see. I don't know if it'll work or not. If I do end up destroying it, it's not a very big piece. So the other piece I want to do is this one that we cut. Polish that up, see if we can make it look nice. And then this one and its other half. Get these polished up and we'll see how they turn out. Alrighty, got those polished up. The one took a pretty nice polish, the other two, not bad. The first one that I did, the one with the teeny fortification pocket, it didn't last. It was just on the surface, so it rubbed out. Away it goes. These other three, pretty happy with them. So, I'll show you here. Alrighty, so these are the pieces that I put in iron out. I'll let them soak in iron out for a couple days. That smoky quartz there. These crystals had some of the yellow on it, like this. I did not soak this one in iron out. And I'm not going to. I kind of like that rusty orange tint to those crystals. So I'm going to leave that because I kind of enjoy it. And then these are kind of cleaned up. You can see there's a little bit of residual still on. So, anywho, it's kind of a little bit what the iron out did. And this one over. Pocket down in there. This one has a little bit of amethyst on there, right in here. A little bit right there. here is a bunch that I put in muriatic acid, and I left them in it for a couple of days. And I might have been a little too long. It ate out a lot of stuff, which it's supposed to, you know. A little bit of purple right there. Which I'm okay with. You know, like I said, I'm experimenting, kind of seeing how it goes. It gets really crumbly. And I did thoroughly rinse these. Clean them after I took them out. Some Jersey crystals there. So they are clean, but kind of ate them pockets out. Just interesting how the pattern, how things form. Yeah, it might have been a little too long, and the reason I say that is because I also left some in for only a couple of hours. And I think the one I left in for a couple of hours actually turned out better, in my opinion. But this one was left in there. It actually didn't turn out too bad. That Jersey cleaned up. It's kind of neat. Pocket there. Alrighty, these are the ones that I just left in the muriatic acid for a couple hours. I think they just turned out better. A lot of these are the ones I cut with the saw that didn't turn out. So I just thought, well, I'll soak them, see if they get any better. And actually they did, some of them. One in particular. So I think the way to go might be not soak them so long. If any of you know exactly, I'd sure take the advice. I'm happy to hear it. I'm always learning. That's nice. This looks like smoky quartz. This is not one that I cut. I just kind of threw it in there. I wasn't going to at first. I decided to. I'm glad I did now. These two. This is one that I cut. I thought that turned out pretty neat. And this is one I cut. Crystally. And this is the other half here, and this is the one I was most excited about because it actually ended up being a really pretty geode pocket with crystals. So I am actually gonna polish this. So the next time you see it, I'm gonna have a polish on it. So that will be right about now. There it is. Polish it up. Well, there you have it. Those are our Bear Canyon agate and crystal finds that we prepped. Any tips, tricks, or advice, I'm more than open to it as I'm learning as I go. I know I'm repeating myself. I tend to do that. At the end here, I'll show you my favorites as usual. If you enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't so you don't miss out on future content. It helps out the channel. We hope you're doing well, and we will see you guys on the next one.